Hi, my name is Maria 5. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back to my channel if you're not so new. And I know it's only been a week, but last week's video just had to get out. So here we are again. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm here with a tea and a make and a novel. So sorry about this lighting stand here. We're trying a new configuration and yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can't go without it. So here it is. Anyway, so the tea I have for you today, this is Russian Earl Grey. There, you can just see it. I've got some milk in there. I don't have anything else in there. A little bit of milk. You could add a bit of honey in here. And it's really aromatic. It smells really good. And yeah, it's just a little bit different from the regular Earl Grey. I imagine the same amount of bergamot, but there's just other things in there, and I don't know what they are, but it's pretty good, I have to say. So for the make today, I'm sure if you've tuned in before, you've heard me talk about half square triangles in quilting. I'm finally going to show you why I was doing all that practicing. The full quilt here with her little baby. And you can see just the multitude of half square triangles all the way down. The back's got all these kitties on it, and this is a quilt for my niece. She lost her fur baby last year, at the end of last year, and yeah, this is just sort of a way to give her a little hug. I feel bad. I've lost obviously fur babies in my life, and I know what it's like, and it's really hard because they are part of us. They're part of our family. So this is for her. And yes, once I've filmed this today, I will be shipping it off to her, and let's hope she loves it as much as I loved making it for her. For the book, I have A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana, and written or published, I should say, in 2025. I don't actually know when it was written, but this was a it was good. It was a fun read. So we have Sarah Swan, and she was palmed off on her great aunt at a very young age, and she was a prodigy in magic. So much so that her tutor instructor tried to suppress her magic in every possible way he could so that he would remain dominant and she would not surpass him. Dissuade any gain of knowledge, any books. Yeah, it was really, I can't even imagine what that would be like. So her aunt runs an inn, a B&B, and one day, quite suddenly, her aunt just drops dead in the garden. And she's very young, and so she casts a spell to bring her back from the dead, necromancy, and she loses. It costs her most of her magic to do this. She just has the teeniest, tiniest little smattering of magic left after having performed this. So she grows up helping her aunt run the inn, and the school that she is with, the instructor, the tutor, has kicked her out, and no one is to aid her or abet her in any way, shape, or form. She's basically been kicked out of the whole witches society, the witches school. She's not allowed on the grounds, etc. She spends the next 15 years taking on more and more of the inn's responsibilities. She uses her teeny tiny little bit of magic just to keep everything going, to keep the repairs going. But the cleaning and the laundry are done by hand because she just doesn't have it in her to keep it all going magically. And so she is really isolated, really on her own with her aunt and the odd person who finds their way to the inn, typically when there is a need, and only when there is a need. So a lost soul and his sister find the inn one evening, and he just happens to be a magical historian. He can translate the old language, and specifically Sarah's newly acquired spell, which is done so illegally. And it's actually kind of funny how it all happens. But yes, so she needs 3 items, and she has to work out what those 3 items are in order to cast the spell. So with her great aunt and her wonky guests and their very handsome Luke, the historian, they all work to figure out what those magical items are so she can cast the spell, so she can regain her magic. It's laugh out loud funny, and it's, of course, a rather predictable ending, but that's the plot is really what keeps you going. I would just highly, highly recommend this book. It's just fun and whimsical and magical, and I hope you pick it up and enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again this time in 2 weeks' time, back to the regular schedule for now. There may be exceptions. We'll see how that comes. Thank you.